And then when when they've had a few moments to breathe, then I challenge them to make a plan. Like if you're going to do a break, how long is that break going to be? Did you get a package?
Todd, final question for you. Before we really started this, you told me that you probably think about unemployment more than any employed person does. What would be your advice to a friend who calls you and says, Todd, I lost my job. I'm pretty scared. I'm a little nervous. I don't know what to do. What would be your advice to them?
Sure. And ironically, I have that conversation this year. I've had it far too many times, but the first thing is just take a step back and take a breath. It's not the end of the world. I know it's easy for me to say that, and it's tougher for somebody on the receiving end to like take that and be like, okay, yeah, I'm going to take a breath and I'm going to be fine. That's not the typical reaction, but it's for somebody that's just recently become unemployed, it kind of comes down to, well, take this as an opportunity to reset. Make sure that you've gotten all your ducks in a row before you take that step back. So make sure that you've got your unemployment, your stock options, everything else, like last paycheck benefits, et cetera. Like make sure that that's all dialed away. But then, you know, don't immediately thrust yourself into, job seeking mode and feel like, oh my God, I'm going to have a job tomorrow. Some people may, but by and large, what you should be doing is thinking about, okay, how do I make this transition work for me, and what can I do to make it better? Should I do some training? Should I take a step back, take a little like mental health break? Like when's the last time that I really spent introspective time and thought about, am I doing what I want? Am I getting what I want out of life? I basically challenge them to take a pause after they've gotten all their ducks in order. And then when they've had a few moments to breathe, then I challenge them to make a plan. Like if you're going to do a break, how long is that break going to be? Did you get a package? Like, if you got a package and you got, 3 months severance pay, great. Like, okay, take those 3 months and figure out like how much of that time you want to spend you, and then decide like when you're going to embark back into the job mode. But I always challenge them just to take a breath and make a plan. And then, from there, all things kind of work themselves out. But, I also give them a dose of reality. Like, you've probably got a 5-month journey ahead of you when it comes to finding a job, and maybe one of the lucky ones that gets it sooner. And then I point them to the resources that I know work and try and get them thinking about, okay, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it smart, and I'm going to try and land someplace better. But I also caution them that, like it doesn't have to be your forever job. If you're worried about making your mortgage, make your mortgage. Don't be so proud that you won't take a job when one is offered. But also think about like, if you're going to do that, where are you going to go? Like, what's it going to look like, and how are you going to learn from that? Don't just jump on the first paycheck that comes your way. Like, make sure that there's a grand plan there.